All right, today we are going to do our final installment of grammar lessons. I've titled it Sleeping In and Going Out because we're going to learn about the verbs for sleeping and for going out. All right, let's get into it. First things first, dormir means to sleep, and it is one of our final verbs to learn this semester, dormir. It's fairly regular, as you see now. Je dors. Je dors. Tu dors. Tu dors. Il dort. Il dort. Nous dormons. Vous dormez. Ils dorment. You'll notice that the plurals, the we, y'all, and they resemble the infinitive more closely than the singular je, tu, and il. And that is something that can help you with dormir, remembering that M comes back in later. Je dors, I sleep. Tu dors, you sleep. Il dort, he sleeps. Nous dormons, we sleep. Vous dormez, y'all sleep. Ils dorment, they sleep. Now I'm going to do a listen and repeat for you guys, and we'll move on to the next verb. Je dors. Tu dors. Il dort. Nous dormons. Vous dormez. Ils dorment. On to our next verb, which will be sentir. Now, sentir can be to feel or to smell. Usually when it's to feel, you're using a more complicated form that's reflexive, so you're saying you feel it yourself all of the time, but to feel or to smell are both sentir. It's going to follow a similar pattern to dormir, that's why we're learning them together. Je sens, tu sens, il sent, nous sentons, vous sentez, ils sentent. You can see that with the T in the plural forms, but not in the singular forms. It came back in that way. So, je sens, I smell. Tu sens, you smell. Il sent, he smells. Nous sentons, we smell. Vous sentez, y'all smell. Ils sentent, they smell. Now, this is smell in the sense of sniffing or smelling or wafting something towards yourself. It's not the stinky smelling, that's pue. So if you want to say something smells, you say, ça pue, that stinks. But if you're saying, I smell dinner or dinner smells good, both would be with sent in the sense that it's here in this conjugation table. Do a quick listen and repeat for you. Je sens. Tu sens, il sent, nous sentons, vous sentez, ils sentent. Partir will be our next one. It again follows a similar pattern, and it means to leave or depart from a place, right? Je pars, tu pars, il part, nous partons. Vous partez, ils partent. So you have je pars, I leave. Tu pars, you leave. Il part, he leaves. Nous partons, we leave. Vous partez, y'all leave. And ils partent, they leave. Now let's do a listen and repeat. Je pars. Tu pars. Il part, nous partons, vous partez, ils partent. And last but not least, we have going out, in the sense that if you wanted to ask someone to go out with you, sortir would be your verb, to go out. And again, we're going to follow a shockingly similar pattern. Je sors, tu sors, il sort, nous sortons, vous sortez, ils sortent. You have je sors, I go out. Tu sors, you go out. Il sort, he goes out. Nous sortons, we go out. Vous sortez, y'all go out. Ils sortent, they go out. It can also mean to take out something that's immediately followed by an object, like I take out my pen, je sors mon stylo de mon sac. You have to have a place that it's coming from, right? I'm taking it out of my bag. So it's a little bit more complicated, but it also has that meaning from time to time. All right, we're going to do a listen and repeat, and then we'll move out of verbs and into saying some other things. Je sors. Tu sors. Il sort. Nous sortons. Vous sortez. Ils sortent. All right, so now we're going to talk about some adjectives, particularly when it comes to placement. I think way back in the beginning, I told you guys that if you put ancien in front of something, it becomes former, and afterwards it becomes ancient, and so be careful with your adjective placement, and I encourage you to always put them behind. Here is why. So grand before is great, and after is tall. Ancien before is former, and after is ancient. It's because there's like a figurative meaning to something if you put it before versus a more literal meaning if you put it after. Regardless, it can be just kind of complicated if you put it in the wrong place and it doesn't mean what you think it means. You can always look this up if you're writing to double check yourself. And if you make the mistake and put it in the wrong place, though, it's not a super big deal. People will get where you're going and they'll probably giggle a little bit and you'll move on. And you know, language is all about making mistakes to grow, and so don't feel bad if you put it in the wrong place, but learn a few of the ones that have multiple meanings in that way that are strikingly different, like ancien. As an ancien prof, I don't really like to be called ancient, and so you would say, je suis un prof ancien. If I'm an ancient prof, I'm old, right? Je suis vieille. But if I am your former teacher, like you have a different French professor in the future, and you say, oh, my last French teacher, mon ancien prof, my former professor. And that's where that comes from. So just be careful with where you're putting them. And beauty, age, goodness, and size are where those before and afters change. And so just look up the ones that matter to you, that you'll be using plenty, and make sure you know where they go. All right. Adjectives, we're going to learn some irregularities today because, of course, the adjectives that we like the most are the most irregular of them all. And so for belle, which is beauty, right? You're saying something's beautiful with this. You're saying belle or beau or belle or beau or belle, which all sound so similar, but look at them, right? And so belle with that L and no vowels afterwards, not a double L. That's the masculine form that goes before a vowel to make sure there's no cacophony, right? None of those awkward sounds that the French hates, so that our words can lean calmly together. Beau is for masculine things in general. If you're going to talk about something being beau, just in general, it's probably the one that's the most used is beau. And then belle is for a singular woman or a singular, believe it or not, lamp. So make sure that with feminine singular using belle. With plural masculine, then you get to use the beau with the X. And with the plural feminine, use belle with the S, right? We're just pluralizing that which we already know. Not too terrible. And then you have nouvelle, right? Nouvelle. And that follows the same pattern. Right? You've got nouvelle, nouveau, nouvelle, nouveau, nouvelle. And that one without the double L-E, of course, that is for things that begin with vowels that are masculine, and the others follow the same pattern as well. And then for vieille, just make sure you take a minute and look at this because it took me literal years to get it right because I didn't learn it right the first time. So vieille, make sure you have your I before your L whenever you're writing it out. And if you're talking about something masculine, it's vieux. But if you're talking about something feminine, it's vieille, whether it's singular or plural, right? And then whenever you have something masculine that begins with a vowel, again, I'm going to use homme. You have a vieil homme. Even though vieux feels like it could work, it doesn't. You should make it vieil homme to show that it's an old man. And then some examples. Il y a des beaux quartiers. Il y a des beaux quartiers. Lovely neighborhoods, beautiful neighborhoods. And j'ai des vieilles amies. I have some old friends that are old, right? And that's about all I have for you for this week and all future grammar installments for French 106. Thanks for listening along. I look forward to seeing you in class.